That concludes our program in English.
Your news, your music, your station.
Radio Thailand, FM 88.
Live from the Public Relations Department of the Royal Thai Government, this is Radio Thailand News.
สวัสดีค่ะ
Today is Wednesday, June 3rd, 2020, Her Majesty the Queen's birthday anniversary, and this is Radio Thailand's Evening News Hour. I'm Benjamin Ruchobagan.
And I'm Marisa Niranath Komun.
Making the national headlines. Their Majesties the King and Queen donate ventilators to the provincial hospital in Drang to help treat people infected with COVID-19. Meanwhile, the Department of Health and the Department of Health Service Support inspects traditional Thai massage service providers in the Sukhumvit area.
Looking at the global scene, Italy warns that its coronavirus crisis is not yet over, even as the latest figures continue showing a downward trend in new cases.
On the business agenda, the Thai Chamber of Commerce launches an employer-to-employer online platform to help laid-off workers find new employment.
Our feature Thailand in Perspective today is on third phase of easing restrictions on certain businesses and activities.
We'll now give you the details on those headlines and many more.
Royal News.
Their Majesties the King and Queen have donated both a volume-controlled ventilator and a pressure-controlled ventilator to the provincial hospital in Drang province. Attending the ceremony to receive the royally bestowed ventilators were Drang Governor Luchai Jalurnsap, Director of Drang Hospital, Dr. Kirawan Ariyapong, and medical personnel. Drang Hospital has taken measures recommended by the Ministry of Public Health to screen, monitor, and treat suspected cases of COVID-19. The hospital has also prepared medical equipment, treatments, and healthcare workers to care for patients safely and effectively. The royally bestowed ventilators will be used to treat people infected with COVID-19, as well as other patients under intensive care.
National News. Brought to you by PTT. We fight together.
In national news, the Government Center for the COVID-19 Situation Administration, or CCSA, has reported one new case of COVID-19 with 0 fatalities. Dr. Tawisin Wisinuyotin, spokesperson for the CCSA and Ministry of Public Health, reported that Thailand has so far recorded a total of 3,084 coronavirus cases and 58 fatalities. According to the information from the center, 2,968 patients have made full recoveries, while 58 are still being hospitalized. Of the total number of the infected, there have been more male patients than female patients. The government has urged people to continue wearing face masks and rinse their hands regularly, as well as practice social distancing and observe other government measures to help minimize new infections and contain the coronavirus outbreak.
The Department of Health and the Department of Health Service Support have inspected traditional Thai massage service providers in the Sukhumvit area. Dr. Ponpimon Wipulakon, Director General of the Department of Health, together with officers from the Department of Health Service Support, conducted the random inspection to ensure that service providers were following all COVID-19 prevention protocols amid the third phase easing of lockdown restrictions. Massage businesses now require employees to wear masks and face shields while maintaining good hygiene. They must also avoid unnecessary conversations with clients during service and ensure that customers wear masks at all times at their establishments. After each session, establishments are required to clean all bedwear items, while operators are advised against servicing clients with external wounds.
Ayutthaya province has seen sporadic tourist activity following implementation of the third phase easing of COVID-19 lockdown restrictions. A number of visitors were observed making merit at Wat Yai Chai Mongkon Temple, where they were required to wear face masks, practice social distancing, and use their mobile devices to check in and out via the government's Thai Chana online platform. Staff at the temple also performed thermal screenings on all visitors and provided them with hand sanitizers. Most people were reportedly cooperating and following COVID-19 prevention measures issued by the Ministry of Public Health. A similar scene was witnessed at the local historical park, where a handful of visitors were present, though officials there expected the number would ramp up during weekends.
Several business establishments have adopted the, quote, new normal regarding COVID-19 prevention regulations, as the government recently gave the green light for them to reopen after being closed for weeks due to the COVID-19 outbreak. Bumbarapet Aquarium in Nakhon Sawan province reopened this week after closing for over 2 months. The aquarium has been complying with the COVID-19 prevention measures by taking visitors' temperatures, requiring everyone to wear face masks, and maintaining social distancing rules, while also limiting the number of visitors at each round of the aquarium tour. Hotels, resorts, and restaurants in Jantaburi province opened their doors to tourists, offering a full range of services such as tours, meetings, seminars, and other group interests. However, alcoholic drinks are still prohibited.
The cabinet has approved a motion to allow migrant workers from Cambodia, Laos, and Myanmar to work in Thailand until July 31st in order to help stem the spread of the novel coronavirus. Government spokesperson Narumkin Sinwat said the Ministries of Interior and Labor had previously set the deadline for May 31st, but decided to extend the period as Thailand continues to enforce COVID-19 control measures. She added that the program is applicable to Cambodian, Laotian, and Myanmar workers whose permits were issued under a Memorandum of Understanding, or MOU, on labor cooperation. The campaign also applies to Cambodian and Myanmar workers carrying a border pass in accordance with Section 64 of the Royal Ordinance on Foreign Worker Management. This decision is expected to reduce the risk of laborers contracting and spreading the disease, address cyber shortages, and help rehabilitate the post-COVID-19 economy.
The Bangkok Metropolitan Administration, or BMA, is working with the Mass Rapid Transit Authority, or MRTA, to make sure sewer systems at the construction sites of various train lines facilitate water flow during the rainy season. The BMA has assigned the Department of Public Works to survey the issues involved and draft solutions, working collectively with the Department of Drainage and Sewerage, as well as related district offices. The surveys show most of the sewer systems affected by ongoing constructions have been compromised by obstructions to storm drain inlets due to construction debris or road surface repaving. The BMA has already asked the MRTA to clear inlet blockages, raise the edges of manholes, remove debris obstructing manholes, construct U-shaped ditches, and unblock inlets covered by repaving materials. Additionally, the Department of Public Works is monitoring the MRTA's progress on requested actions at construction sites to reduce the risk of flooding in the capital ahead of the looming rainy season.
Those were our national stories. Up next in Global News. Greece suspends flights to and from Qatar following the discovery of multiple coronavirus cases on a flight from Doha to Athens, while trade unions in Panama stage a protest against the government's decision to reopen the country's economy.
Today, 4 provinces is how far a doctor has to be away from his family. 3 districts is where kids and mom are living apart. 2 meters is the distance between family. The more we care, the further we need to distance ourselves. PTT thanks for every meter you are staying away from the ones you care. Soon, we'll be together again. PTT, we fight together.
festive songs waft through the air to accolade our beloved Queen on her birthday. Nature and man in unison greet her in festive way. Rejoice complete beyond compare, born to be queen, through bravery and skill, raised to soar with grace and refined will. Efforts through her discretion, benison spread, blessed by divinity, in finest histories read. Our voices and hearts commune with art and rapport, her praises to enunciate, her goodwill to perpetuate, invoking divine blessings on her virtue commensurate. We extend to her our hearts in loving support. This birthday anniversary we wholeheartedly celebrate. In loyalty, our Queen's graces we venerate.
Radio Thailand News broadcast from the Public Relations Department of the Royal Thai Government on AM 918, FM 88, FM 95.5 and FM 107. For advertising inquiries, please email us at radiothailand@outlook.com. Global News.
Listening to Radio Thailand's News Hour. We broadcast live from FM 88, FM 95.5, and online at nbt.prd.go.th. Turning to our global headlines. Italian President Sergio Mattarella has warned that the coronavirus crisis is not over in Italy, a day after a leading doctor created a furor by claiming that the virus no longer exists in the country. The latest figures in Italy continue to show a downward trend in new cases as it prepares the next stage of its gradual easing of a national lockdown after nearly 33,500 people died over 3 months from COVID-19. Alberto Zangrillo, head of the San Raffaele Hospital in Milan, had caused a furor by claiming that the virus no longer existed in Italy, prompting the government and experts around the world to urge caution. Shops, cafes, and terraces have reopened, as have the vast majority of monuments and tourist sites, including St. Peter's Basilica, Pompeii, the Colosseum, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, the cathedrals of Milan and Florence, and the Vatican museums. As a final step in lifting the restrictions, borders will reopen to foreign tourists this week, and Italians will once again be allowed to move freely between the country's regions. The government has insisted that this is one of the most dangerous phases of the pandemic and has urged people to abide by social distancing rules and wear masks in order to prevent the virus from spreading once again.
Greece is suspending flights to and from Qatar until June 15th, following the discovery of multiple coronavirus cases on a flight from Doha to Athens. The Greek Civil Protection Authority said in a statement that 12 out of 91 people on a Qatar Airways flight that arrived on Monday had tested positive for COVID-19. Among those who tested positive on Monday's flight were 9 Pakistani nationals with legal residency in Greece, 2 Greeks from Australia, and a member of a Greek-Japanese family. The agency said they will be quarantined at a hotel for 2 weeks. The official tourist season in Greece starts on June 15th, when hotels operating during the season reopen and some regular flights from abroad resume. However, planes will only be flying into Athens and Thessaloniki in the north, and only from those parts of Europe and the world that escaped the worst of the pandemic. Other Greek airports are due to open in July 1st. Tourism is a crucial part of Greek economy, accounting for 20% of the country's economic output, and the lockdown imposed in March hit the country hard. The Greek Health Ministry said it had begun voluntary antibody tests on staff in hospitals, health centers, and other related facilities.
Trade unions have taken to the streets of Panama City to protest the government's decision to reopen the country's economy, claiming it will lead to a spike in infections and deaths from the coronavirus. The Secretary General of the country's largest union, Suntrax, said the move will lead to a staggering number of COVID-19 infections and deaths. Panama, the Central American country worst hit by the virus, with at least 13,000 infections and nearly 350 deaths, reopened the construction industry on Monday, as well as some mining operations that had been closed for months as part of a nationwide shutdown. Suntrax said the government's decision to lift the quarantine measures after 74 days was premature and taken purely out of economic considerations over people's lives. Protesters outside the Labor Ministry's headquarters in Panama City said workers were being sent to the slaughterhouse because employers and public transport systems had failed to ensure social distancing measures and workplace protection. The union
following a string of complaints of alleged heavy-handedness. Chief Didier Lallemant wrote a letter sympathizing with what he called the pain that officers must feel when, quote, faced with accusations of violence and racism, repeated endlessly by social networks and certain activist groups, end quote. Lallemant refused permission for a rally outside a Paris court on Tuesday to call for justice for a young black man, Adama Traore, who died in police custody in 2016. As thousands across the United States protested the police killing last week of George Floyd and unarmed African-American men, Lallemant expressed concern that the tone of the call to rally in Paris could expose a sensitive site to risk. According to the Paris Police Department, he also cited a nationwide ban on public gatherings of more than 10 people designed to hamper the spread of the coronavirus infections.